Okay, let's go ahead and get through a round. Now, the players don't know who these different city-states are. They only know their city-states. But just so that I can show you how it's played, I'm going to go ahead and flip these city-states over. And as I play these different city-states, these different players, I'm just going to act as if they do not know what the other city-states are. And they're kind of just working for themselves and not trying to help out anybody else. But we're going to start with Gnosis, right over here, who's red. He's going to roll all 4 dice. He's going to set any 6s aside. Oh my gosh, a lot of 6s. And then he has to play at least 1 die if he can. He has a 5, which slowly sends Gnosis to war, so he's going to take one of his cubes, put it right there on the war, and then he's going to pass a dice. Rhodes is going to do the same thing. Roll, setting any 6s aside. He has 2 1s and a 3 and a 5. He has to play at least 1, but he could play more than 1 if he wants to. Now there are 2 1s. It doesn't mean that he puts 2 cubes on 1. It means that he advances 2 spots on the 1 die. So right here, he's going to advance 2. 1, 2. And here for the 3, he's going to advance once on the 3. 3. And he doesn't want to advance on war, so he's going to pass it on to Sparta. Sparta will roll, set 6s aside. All he's got are 5s and 4s. That's not a great round for Sparta, so he will just advance once on 4. Athens' turn. Athens rolls, set 6s aside. He has a 1, 4, 5. Doesn't want to advance on 4 and 5, so he'll just put something on 1. He'll advance on 1. Gnosis' turn. Rolls, set 6s aside. He has a couple of 2s and a 4. He will advance twice on 2. 1, 2. And pass it on to Rhodes. 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 That's terrible. Only 4s and 5s. He has to advance one of those, so he's going to advance on 4. Now, since there's somebody already on a spot there, he's going to leapfrog. Whenever somebody's already taken a spot, you just leapfrog over them. So that would be 1. Now, if somebody else puts on 4, they're going to have to leapfrog over both of them. Passing it on to Sparta. Sparta has 3 2s. Wow, that's amazing, Sparta. With 3 2s, Sparta can lock that number 2 track by going 1, jumping over 2, moving 1 more 3. He's on the black 2 die. That means that die is locked. Gnosis can take back his red cube, doesn't need it anymore. Any 2s from now on don't count during this round. So, Athens rolls and has a 3, which he will advance 1. Gnosis rolls, has a 1 and a 3. Now, he's going to advance once on the 1. If he advances on the 3, that sets up anybody, to whoever rolls a 3, to lock it. So he's going to decide not to advance on the 3 right now. Rhodes has a 1 right here. That means that he will have to hop over there, or he can push the Civil War up a little bit more, which he really doesn't want to do, but he is sort of setting somebody up for a golden age, but he's going to jump over there, pass on the dice to Sparta. Sparta will roll a 1 and a 3, so Sparta looks like he's going to go ahead and do that and that, and not advance 4. Athens will roll. Athens has a 2 and a 3. Athens will advance the number 3 spot to there, and that's it for Athens. That's locked up, so these people can have their cubes back. Cube. Gnosis gets a 1, which is what he wanted, which moves him there, locks up that track, and everybody gets their cubes back. Now, all it is trying to see who fills up the decline card. Progress cards is filled up. Who fills up the decline card? And nobody wants to. Nobody wants to lock those. So Gnosis, put the 6s aside, has a 3, has to advance once on the 4. So they're going to advance there. Rhodes 3s and 2s, doesn't have to do anything. Sparta, 1, 2, 1s and 3s, can't do anything. Going on to Athens. 1, 3, and a 5, has to advance once on the 5. Now they could choose not to advance by using their starting army and flipping that over, but they're going to want to wait to do that in case they are the one who has to lock it up. So, Gnosis. A 4 and a 4. He does not want to have to lock up the Civil War, so he's going to use his starting army. He's going to flip that over, and that will prevent him from having to allocate any dice. And it goes on to the next person. Rhodes. There's a 4. He does not want to lock the 4 and be the one who has to deal with the Civil War, so he's going to flip that over. Sparta. There's a 4. He doesn't want to do that, so he's going to flip that over. Athens. Athens is fine. Nothing there. No 4s or 5s, so he can just pass without using his starting army. Now, Gnosis cannot use his starting army anymore because he's already used it. He can't refresh us until the end of the entire round. 3s and 2s, he's fine. Rhodes. A 5. Rhodes has to advance on the 5, which locks up the war. These people can have their cubes back, and now it's pretty much who gets stuck with a 4. Sparta. Nothing. Athens. Any 4s? Any 4s? There's a 4, but he still has his starting army, so he's going to flip it so he can pass it. Gnosis. Nope. Rhodes. 3, 5, and 6. Nothing. Sparta. Nope. Athens again. Nope. And this can go a while because you're waiting on the dice. Gnosis 4. So Gnosis has to advance once they're in Civil War. And that is the end of the placement phase. Now we go to resolving all this stuff. We're going to resolve starting up here. Golden Age. All right, so Golden Age says draw 2 culture cards, keep 1. Choose 1 to keep and place the other on the back on top of the draw pile. So Gnosis is going to look at religion and architectural wonder. Now this religion gives him a bonus, which is worth 2 points. Now this architectural wonder, that is hard. That one cannot be discarded during war. So that's 2 points. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to take that architectural wonder. He'll put that back on top. Number 2, an alliance. It looks like okay. So. That's for Sparta. Sparta has an alliance, so he's going to take a card and he's going to give a card. So Sparta is going to take, it looks like he's going to go ahead and take those siege tactics. He is sort of playing thematically, I guess, because now he has 2 military cards, but he hopes that it will be a good investment at the end. And then seeing that Rhodes is really getting hurt, he's going to go ahead and he's going to give Rhodes an agriculture card, not knowing that Rhodes gets a bonus for that because he doesn't know who Rhodes is, but he gives him an agriculture card and takes that back. Black takes one of these cards just for themselves, and a science card or the sabotage card, and since it's pretty early in the game, he's going to go ahead and build up his military as well and take a sabotage card. Civil War, red, Sparta. The player to your left, this player, chooses one of your culture cards to be placed on top of the draw pile. So Rhodes is going to take Sparta's siege tactics and put it back on top of the draw pile. So that cancels out what Sparta got. That's too bad because Sparta was kind of nice to him there for a bit and told him, nope, you don't get that one. Probably should have negotiated with him and said, I'll give you this if you take away my starting army instead. So probably should have done that. Is that right, or was that Gnosis? All right, we're going to just say that was, I don't know, we're going to say that was Sparta. I probably messed that up. Anyway, Civil War. Rhodes is going to lose 1 card. He's going to go ahead and lose his agriculture card. Lost cards are put over here on this side. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to refresh all of the spent culture cards, like that, and then we start another round. Just like at the beginning, we'll flip a couple of these over. We will discard this, and we'll flip 4 more over here, 4 more of these culture cards over here, and then we will see who has the fewest culture cards. We'll say Rhodes does, and that person will start by rolling, and we'll just go through the game that way and just keep doing that for 6 more rounds. And at the end of that round, we will add up all of our victory points and see who won. So this is just one round, the first round of Aegean Civ, which can be the longer round because you are just going through things and you're not advancing these as fast because you don't have very many military cards yet. But anyway, that is a round on how to play the game. I hope that you can find 2 or 3 other friends to play this with, to try it out. And if you do, please leave a comment and let me know what you think and let me know how it played. I hope that it feels thematic. Dice are involved, so you are relying on the dice, but this is directly taken from shooters, and I just reskinned it so that it had this sort of theme, and I hope this theme works, and I hope that you feel like you are building a city-state and that you're competing against these other city-states and you don't know what their powers are, but you know that you're competing with them, you're making deals with them, and just playing this for 7 turns, and then you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm new to making these videos, and I hope that if you made it all the way through this video, I think that you deserve a reward, and you can go get yourself an ice cream on me. Thank you.